You are one of our most treasured instruments. Long have you led your fleet with honor and distinction, but your inability to safeguard Halo was a colossal failure.
It was heresy.
Halo, Xbox's sacred icon, breaking new ground on Microsoft's age-old rival console platform. 25 years on from its original release, PlayStation fans are finally going to experience the godfather of first-person shooters on their preferred platform for the very first time. If you've been plugged into this space, you'll have known this was coming for a while. It's arguably been one of Xbox's worst-kept secrets. A Halo remake for Xbox, PC, and PS5 reported on for over a year now, all following Xbox's redoubled stance that there are, quote, no red lines when it comes to publishing Xbox IP beyond Xbox and PC. To some of the more passionate Xbox fans, this is a bridge too far. Tantrums on Twitter, angry letters to Phil Spencer that make Eminem Stan look like a rational human being. I get it. The teenage fanboy in me is outraged. The pragmatist in me says this is brilliant for Halo. The journalist in me says this could spell the end of the Xbox brand. The Halo fan in me is overjoyed. And the gamer in me, just stoked to be able to play this everywhere. The reality we're stepping into, where Halo exists on PlayStation, is multifaceted. It's okay to feel all of the above if, like me, you've been an Xbox and Halo fan for a long time. So, with that groundwork laid, and the assurance that this isn't going to be some ridiculous, overblown Xbox is dead rant, let's talk about Halo on PlayStation. And if you enjoy this video, please make sure you hit like and subscribe. Halo Campaign Evolved is set to release in 2026. Built in Unreal Engine 5, it's the first project from the newly managed Halo Studios, formerly 343 Industries. Alongside the lovingly remastered campaign, the game features 3 new prequel missions, 4-player co-op for the first time in Halo CE, dozens of skulls to tweak gameplay, and optional modern movement controls for those Halo purists who still think sprinting is sacrilege, even though they're wrong. Cutscenes have been redone, voice lines re-recorded, and there are new weapons, including, finally, being able to pick up a downed elite's energy sword. I will say, it looks like it needs more time in the oven. Some of the Unreal Engine 5 gameplay looks a little rough around the edges, but overall, I'm genuinely pretty happy with what we've seen. So, why is Halo being published on other platforms? I can give you the short answer, or I can give you the long one. Tell you what, I'll give you the short one first. It's money! The long answer is actually the same, it's just a little bit more nuanced. The industry's never made more money, but it's struggling to grow. AAA budgets are out of control, attention is fragmented, phones, streaming, social media, everything's fighting for time we used to spend playing video games. Even that's been backed up by Matt Booty this week, explaining part of the reason why Halo has gone multi-platform. Xbox, having admitted its quotes lost the console war, is struggling to expand its hardware user base, despite the fact that there are more Xbox consoles out there than ever before. But being big isn't the same as growing, and in 2025, when console hardware costs more now than it did at launch, buying into another platform is harder to justify than ever. Microsoft knows that selling great games to a capped audience, no matter how good those games are, won't move the needle. People are locked into their digital libraries, friends lists, trophies, and ecosystems they've built for over a decade now. Think about it. If you've been buying games on Xbox for 10 years, that's your home, your library, your mates, your controllers, your Game Pass sub. Switching isn't easy, and makes very little financial sense if you've already built your library somewhere else. Phil Spencer even talked about this after Redfall launched, admitting Xbox needs to rethink how and where its games reach players. So if Xbox wants to re-energize Halo, it has to take it to a community that's never touched it before, and probably wouldn't unless they bought expensive hardware they don't really want. If Halo Campaign Evolved performs well across Xbox, PC, and PS5, that means more Halo content from Halo Studios. And for me, a Halo fan, that's what matters most. Now, there are valid concerns about what this means for the Xbox brand. Halo has always been Xbox, and Xbox has always been Halo. But let me ask you something. Who's been making Halo for the last 25 years? Exactly. Xbox. Yes, there's a risk of Xbox losing part of its identity. Yes, it's unprecedented. And yes, it even raises the question, is it still worth buying an Xbox? Honestly, only the people who actually use the Xbox platform can answer that. For me, it's about getting Xbox content day one, wherever I play. Console, PC, Fire Stick, or even the ROG Xbox Ally X that I really want to buy. It's about Game Pass, cross-save, cross-play, play anywhere. When people ask why buy an Xbox console, the answer is simple. It's a relatively affordable way to play that content natively in your living room in 4K HDR with surround sound without the hassle of PC maintenance, while still accessing things like Game Pass, something that you can't currently get on any other ecosystem. If that's the ecosystem you like, and that's where your friends are, and that's where your games are, why wouldn't you stay there? I still think Xbox should keep some exclusivity around Halo. In a video I made back when this was first rumoured, I said future stories about Master Chief should remain within the Xbox ecosystem, on console, PC or cloud. That kind of exclusivity over Halo's future narrative and story arc could draw players into the platform, while still letting multiplayer go cross-platform, which just makes sense for a healthy player base. Having that key content draw for Xbox is going to be really important if it wants to keep on bringing new users into its ecosystem. So there is an argument for exclusivity there. It's just getting harder to justify when users aren't moving over in the way that ideally console manufacturers would like them to. It's too early to see how any potential further exclusivity over Halo will play out, but Halo's community manager Sketch, wearing a PlayStation shirt by the way, did tease that we'll see more Halo on PlayStation. So yeah, expect more of this in future because they're not shying away from it. Hey, we asked for transparency, and you know what? I think we're finally actually getting it, whether we like it or not. Look, if you're gonna throw a tantrum about exclusivity, sell your console, and act like something's been taken from you, take a step back and ask yourself why. You've got every right to be annoyed. It does go against what Xbox used to stand for, 100%. Be mad at the U-turns, be mad at the price hikes, the failed projects like Perfect Dark and Everworld, the absolute shit show that was Redfall. Those deserve criticism. But if you're acting like the world's ending because other people get to play the games you love, that's a little selfish, and I'd argue kind of immature too. After all, it's just video games. Xbox's next hardware promising to blend Windows flexibility into a console is exciting. It might even let me ditch my PS5 if I wanted, because nearly everything I'd miss out by losing that platform is coming to PC anyway. That means that I can play it on the new Xbox. That works for me. I don't want to be locked into a walled garden anymore. Not when gaming is this open in 2025. You see how that works? You see how easy it is to flip this weird console war narrative about exclusivity on its head with a bit of logic and perspective? Xbox is letting players game how and where they want. For me, the guy who just wants to play more Halo with my friends, that's all that matters. Because frankly,
I'm getting too old for this shit.
Let me know how you're feeling about Halo Campaign Evolved in the comments below. And if you've made it this far, tell me which level you're most excited to replay. For me, it's either Halo, the second mission, or Assault on the Control Room. Both absolute classics. That's it from me. I'll catch you next time.